Hey guys, Dusty Smith here, and another month of religious bullshit is coming at you. This is the month of religious bullshit, July, part 1. Let's fucking do it. So one of the top stories this month is the Vatican police had to break up a cocaine-fueled gay orgy at the secretary of one of the lead guys from the Catholic Church. Monsignor Luigi Capozzi, secretary of high-rank Vatican cardinal, was arrested 2 months ago for hosting a cocaine-fueled homosexual orgy in a building right next to St. Peter's Basilica. Vatican police reportedly caught Capozzi after the building's residents complained of loud noises and visitors. The building is currently being used by various high-ranking churchmen, including prefects, presidents, and secretaries to the Roman Curia. The Monsignor had been transporting cocaine for months by smuggling it in a car bearing pontifical license plates, and thus immune from being searched, the news service said. Capozzi was high on the drug when the police arrived and was taken to the hospital for treatment. And of course, this shouldn't surprise anybody, but this is what the Catholic Church has been doing, literally for millennia now. They pretend they're all pious, but these motherfuckers aren't pious at all. These motherfuckers are the same perverted pieces of shit that all leaders are. All they do is pretend to be righteous so they can con you out of your money, and then use it to do drugs and butt-fuck each other. Literally! The Catholic Church is filled to the brim with homos and pedophiles. Now, normally I like gay people, I'm on gay people's side, but when you're like this, when you're a lying fuck, when your entire existence has been used to stifle homosexuality, when you yourself are a bunch of fucking homos, then you should be called out on it as often as possible. And it reminds me of this story from a couple of months ago, where these two gay nuns fell in love and they got married, and the Pope was like, "Oh, it makes me so sad to learn about these nuns who are in love getting married with each other." Fuck you, Pope. Getting so mad because two nuns who are in love got married when so many of your own people are butt-fucking pedophiles. As I've said so many times, the Catholic Church is the height of hypocrisy. And if you give these motherfuckers money, shame on you. You are an accessory to all of this shit. True story. And in Tennessee, a church bus driver is arrested on charges of child rape. This motherfucker, Edward Burgess, a 54-year-old bus driver hired by Central Christian Church in Covington, Tennessee, is under arrest on charges of child rape and aggravated sexual battery. Listen to this. He allegedly asked 10-year-old girls on his bus to play truth or dare with him. Then, he reportedly asked them to pee in a sink while he watched. On another occasion, he dared them to ride the bus home naked. When the victim said her mom would be mad, he reportedly told her, "No one would find out, and the windows are way too dark. No one will see." If you're taking your children to church, please reconsider. These days, church is one of the leading places your kid is most likely to be raped or abused. It's happening over and over and over again. Every month, I cover so many examples of this. I know church is supposed to be a safe haven, and I know this is a shitty world we live in where it's not the case. But it's obviously not the fucking case. Your job as a parent is to protect your fucking children from motherfuckers like this. And if you absolutely refuse to give up your stupid religion in order to do it, then at least teach your kids about religion yourself at home where you're fucking safe from these motherfuckers. As I've said so many times before, the reason these kind of people flock to churches is the same reason that spiders build their webs in front of the light bulb. It's because that's where the prey are. It's because that's where the fucking kids are. Do not take your kids to these motherfuckers. And in beautiful Iraq, this man was murdered because they thought he looked gay. This is Qarar Nashi, an Iraqi actor, and they kidnapped this guy, tortured, and murdered him because he had fucking long hair. Nashi, dubbed the Beauty King of Iraq by some, was stabbed and tortured to death this week. His body was then dumped on a busy street in a central part of the city, and photos of his corpse were posted online. This is why you should never defend Islam. This is the kind of shit they do. And obviously, you know what probably happened here? Motherfuckers were jealous of this guy because he was good looking. These tiny dick weasels were probably intimidated by this guy, so they murdered him simply because of their jealousy. And the shitty part is, they can use their religion to make themselves feel completely justified. No doubt about it, the guys that did this don't feel fucking bad about it at all. They feel like they had a divine right to kill this guy. This is exactly what Islam leads to time and time again. And as I've said so many times before, you shouldn't just be mean to somebody just because they're Muslim, but at the same time, every fucking chance you get to call this shit out, you should. Anytime any Muslim fucking anywhere tries to spread this shit, they should be stood up to. They should be put in their fucking place. This is a fucking disease, and if you try to spread this shit, you should be treated like the cancer you fucking are. And according to a new poll, a majority of Republicans think higher education is bad for the country. Anti-intellectualism is fucking running rampant in this country right now. And I gotta be honest with you folks, a lot of the reason this is so is because of the anti-SJWs right now. It's because of the narratives that our colleges are doing nothing but brainwashing the children with neoliberal bullshit that is destabilizing Western civilization. When the truth is, the vast majority of college is fine. The vast majority of college is teaching kids about business and math and science and skills and trades. A very minor amount of it is devoted to gender studies and other bullshit like that. Yes, there's a lot of bullshit that takes place at some of these colleges, but that does not mean that higher education is harmful for society. It's just fucking not, and this is ridiculous. Just nothing but anti-intellectual bullshit, and it's actually pretty saddening to see how much of this is being spread throughout the community. And in New Zealand, this youth group leader fuck is on trial for raping and assaulting underage girls. In a disturbing story from New Zealand, a church youth group leader is on trial over more than 24 charges. In plain English, he's accused of forcing a then 14-year-old girl to give him oral sex, impregnating her, and then punching her in the stomach when he thought she was pregnant. Like, folks, I don't even know what to say about this shit anymore. This is not even the last story I'm gonna cover about this type of shit in this fucking video. They're raping your goddamn kids all over the place. What is wrong with you motherfuckers? Stop taking your kids to these people. It's just so fucking frustrating. How many of your kids do they have to rape till you people fucking smarten up? Here's another example. Church staff are arrested after a giant stash of child porn is found on his computer. Apparently one of these guys' friends decided to go to his computer and pull a prank on him. And when he got on his computer, he found 3,000 videos and 350,000 child porn pictures. This dude was secretly videotaping females in his restroom at his home. I'm sorry for being loud, folks, but I really can't fucking help it. This shit fires me up, and I think somebody needs to get fired up about this shit. The religious are preying on our fucking society, and they've been doing it since the beginning of fucking mankind. I mean, you really think at some point there would be a tipping point? At some point there would be a straw that breaks the camel's back that would make society wake up and say, no! No fucking more of this. We will not let you prey on us anymore. We will not let you rape our fucking children anymore. But no, these motherfuckers literally call themselves sheep and go right along with it. It's just so fucking frustrating. And in Chechnya, the Muslim president who was backed by Putin, put in place by fucking Putin, says, we're not torturing gay people because there are no gays here. What's fucking happening is in Chechnya, what they're doing is they're rounding up gays, they're fucking torturing them, trying to make them rat out other gay people so they can go round them up too. And when asked about it, this fucking dickhead's like, there are no gay people in this country. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Scott asked him about the alleged roundup, abduction, and torture of gay men in the Republic. Kadyrov quickly dismissed it all. He laughed and said, this is nonsense. We do not have those kinds of people here. We don't have any gays. If there are any, take them to Canada. Praise be to God. Take them far away from us so we don't have to have them at home. To purify our blood. If there are any here, take them. Yeah, all you conservatives out there who keep sucking Putin's dick, this is the kind of motherfucker Putin is putting in charge of shit. And there's no doubt about it in my mind whatsoever. This dude rapes little boys every fucking chance he gets. That's how all these motherfuckers are. All these motherfuckers who pretend they're so high and fucking mighty. There's no gays here. It's just like the Catholic Church. Behind closed doors, they're always doing exactly the fucking opposite of what they say. Fuck this guy, fuck Islam, fuck Putin, and fuck all you motherfuckers who are now suddenly on Russia's jock. Russia is not our friend. Russia is not a source for good in this world. And anybody that pretends they are is nothing but an ignorant dip ass. Seriously. And it started with Bible trivia and ended in a fatal stabbing. This happened at the Mount Olive Correctional Institute. So what happened was these two dudes were doing Bible trivia, and one of the guys won. So the other guy was like, oh, hell no, fuck that. That motherfucker can't know more about the Bible than I do. So he tried to get a hit on the guy that beat him at Bible trivia, have somebody kill him. Well, this guy found out about it, and he was like, motherfucker, you trying to have me killed for beating you in a Bible study? Oh, hell to the fuck no. So he got him a shiv, and he shouldn't have fucking got a death. And honestly, the irony is not lost on me on how fucking biblical this whole thing is. This is like something right out of the fucking Bible. It's just a shitty religion with shitheads doing shitty things. But it's cool. All he has to do is ask forgiveness to Jesus, and it's like it never fucking happened. Because Christianity is really fucking moral. And you guys won't fucking believe what's going on with Ken Ham's Ark Encounter. This dude's failing fucking miserably, and he's blaming every goddamn body he can think of to blame. He's blaming the area for not building more hotels. He's blaming the area for not having more restaurants. He's blaming atheists for fucking bad-mouthing his boat. He's blaming the fucking bus companies for not having enough buses. He's blaming the fucking calendar because it's been a weird year. I don't even know what that fucking means. He's blaming every fucking body except for himself. Hey, fucko! Maybe the problem is that you built a giant fucking boat that doesn't even float out in the middle of a field in Kentucky. Maybe the problem is that our society is moving past this ancient, ridiculous fairy tale bullshit, and nowadays, thanks to the internet, even children know this is stupid as fuck. But that's not even the worst fucking part of this. First, Ken Ham approached the local government where they had the Ark Encounter built, and he told them, oh, this is going to be a for-profit industry. It's going to be an amusement park. And thus, I need lots and lots of tax breaks. So they gave him fucking shitloads of tax breaks. And also he claimed that the Ark Encounter would make so much money that the taxes collected on ticket sales would go to the local community and help big time. Well, after this fucking asshole got all his tax breaks, they sold the Ark Encounter to themselves for $10 in order to avoid all fucking taxes. He's basically fucking the goddamn town who tried to help him to begin with. Ken Ham is a giant fucking piece of shit. This entire thing from day one is simply a money-making scheme, just like every goddamn other televangelist. I can't wait till the Ark Encounter spectacularly fails so us atheists can go in and buy it up for pennies on the dollar and turn it into a Rick and Morty type Titanic theme park. That's gonna be fucking awesome. And according to the Vatican, the all-powerful God cannot transform into gluten-free crackers. That's right, folks. Cardinal Robert Sarah, at the request of Pope Francis, reportedly sent a letter condemning the use of gluten-free bread during the Eucharist ceremony. So these motherfuckers literally believe that Jesus transforms a cracker to his flesh, but if the cracker don't contain gluten, that shit just don't work. No wonder there's so many gluten-free motherfuckers in the world. I never took that shit seriously, but now I'm thinking about becoming gluten-free. Hell, if it stops Jesus from putting his flesh in my mouth, I'm all about it. And you know you're a dumb motherfucker when young earth creationists from Answers in Genesis make fun of you for taking the Bible too seriously. This is exactly what's happening to flat earthers right now. They're like, shit, these flat earthers are crazy as fuck. The reason this is because the Bible says multiple times the earth is flat. It says there are four corners of the earth. It says that Jesus stood up on a mountain and saw all the four corners of the earth. It talks over and over again how the fucking earth is flat because the primitives that wrote the fucking Bible didn't know any better. But now, of course, we know that the earth isn't flat, so these young earth creationists from Answers in Genesis have to figure out some kind of mental gymnastics to explain all this bullshit away. So these guys, who literally believe the earth is 6,000 years old, are like, some people, they accuse us of believing everything in the Bible is literal. Well, we don't believe everything in the Bible is literal. Nobody really believes the Bible is completely literal. Well, that may be true. Maybe no one does actually take the Bible completely literally. But I've heard tons and tons of motherfuckers in my life say the Bible is the literal word of God. That every word in it is literally fucking true. I've heard people say that my entire fucking life. So to pretend like that's not the case is totally dis-fucking honest. Especially from you stupid motherfuckers from Answers in Genesis. But the reason they're doing this is because for some reason, flat earthers are actually spreading and becoming more popular. They actually have the money now to put up fucking billboards. They just put up this fucking billboard. Is the earth flat? Research flat earth. And of course, one of the big things they're using to prove the earth is flat is the Bible, because the Bible does say that. So all these Christians know these flat earthers are making them look stupid and they're trying to fight back against it. But there is no fighting back against it. That is what the Bible says. You don't have to fucking like it, but it's goddamn in there. And honestly, I find it kind of hard to believe these flat earthers are real, not just trolls, but I guess they actually are. But I don't understand what the fuck is up with these people. Literally all they have to do is do like this kid did. He fucking tied a camera to a balloon and sent the balloon up into the stratosphere. And if you do that, you can fucking see for yourself. It's not fucking flat. Look at this. Draw a straight line across this, you see? You see how it curves right there? You see how it fucking curves? You see how it's not a straight line? You see how it's not goddamn flat? Anybody can do this for like 50 fucking bucks. Instead of wasting money putting up stupid billboards, all you flat earth idiots have to do is take that money, buy yourself a fucking camera, buy yourself a fucking balloon, all get together in a field and do a big experiment together and prove it to your fucking selves. God damn, you motherfuckers are stupid. And just to end on a depressing note, we're gonna finish this video up with this one. Conservative Christian TLC star sentenced to 40 years in jail for child rape. This is Toby Willis. He was part of a TLC reality show. The show was called The Willis Family. It was a show about him and his wife Brenda and their 12 children. all of whom formed a traveling musical dance act that entertained audiences while spreading the gospel. And surprise, surprise, this motherfucker's a child rapist, because of course he is. And I don't mean to be flippant about this. I really feel sorry for this guy's kids. He has so many kids whose lives are obviously devastated by this now. His actions will affect every one of his children probably for the rest of their lives. Everywhere they go, they're going to hear about this. They're going to take shit about this. But this shit just keeps happening over and over again. And the reason is because pedophiles gravitate towards religion because that is the easiest way they can get their hands on children. And I just can't urge you parents enough. Please stop trusting these people. How much evidence do you need? If someone claims they're a man of God, that should make you trust them less, not more. And if it doesn't, you are fucking stupid at this point. You really are. And also, this kind of shit should really make you question your belief in God anyway. I mean, why would an all-powerful God keep letting shitheads like this represent him? Over and fucking over again. I mean, if I was all-powerful, there's no fucking way I would ever let these motherfuckers represent me. I'd be throwing lightning bolts left and fucking right. And you guys know you would too. So honestly, at this point, if you take your kids around these religious leaders and something happens to your kid, that's sort of on you a little bit. You are partially to blame because at this point, you motherfuckers really should know better. Enough is a fucking enough. And you know, folks, for the last few months, I've been bitching about how the skeptic community has, for the most part, shifted its focus. It has abandoned attacking religion and the right in order to attack the left and pretty much give religion and the right a total fucking pass. But it hit me last week. What the fuck am I complaining about? Most of the other YouTube channels, for the most part, have abandoned one of the most important niches in history and left it almost entirely to me. What the fuck am I bitching about? I should be on my knees kissing their asses. So don't worry, folks. If they don't want to cover it, I fucking will. I'm all over this shit. I'm just getting started. I'm going to be focused on kicking religion's ass for the next 40 goddamn years. I'm just getting started on this shit. I'm about to go to work on religion with a blowtorch and a pair of pliers. I'm going to get medieval on their asses. There absolutely is a culture war going on right now, but the dominant culture is the Christian religious culture in this country. So please help me spread this shit. Please share these videos. Please help me burn these motherfuckers down with the spotlight. Because I truly believe that all together, we can cure this world. With logic. Fuck yes. Hey guys, Dusty Smith here, and here's a kitty update. Kitties are getting much bigger than they were. As you remember, we rescued these from a storm drain. If at all possible, please consider supporting this channel on Patreon. My patrons are the only reason my channel still exists. And all the donations from my Patreon go to support the Humanist Society of Mississippi Animal Shelter to take care of these little guys. So if you can help at all, please do. Thanks a lot.